Hi, I'm Steve Conger, and this is my introductory video for IT 221. I'm not going to show you my face or this messy room for very long, but I thought you should see it for at least now. I am going to go to the syllabus. Actually, first thing I got, this is our home page, which are the modules. But from there, I'm going to click to the syllabus. This is IT 221. It's a whole class in SQL. It's all online. You should have had IT 120. If you haven't, you can probably live, but you should have some sense of how databases work. So we are going to, study SQL. We're going to get a fairly thorough knowledge of it. I'll show you in a moment. This is my office, but I haven't been to my office in 6 months, so I probably won't be there for another couple of months. I have a lot of flowers and plants that are probably dead in there, but that's my office if we ever have office again. You can contact me through campus email. I will also try to do an open Zoom session for questions each week. Another option, which I hope you will use as we go through this, are the discussions. You can add discussions here. I'll monitor them. You can help each other, and I can help as needed in the discussion board. So the discussion's a good place to ask questions where you can have other students help as well as me. All right, so back to the syllabus. Is there anything else that I need to mention? The only thing we won't be doing is this XML context, but we will use SQL to retrieve database information, modify database data, and use SQL to create database objects. So I have texts and videos for each assignment, but there's no textbook that you have to buy. The textbook is included as PDF files. This is a textbook I'm actually writing, and it may actually be published this quarter. The version of PDFs that you're going to get is from a very early draft, and they're full of probably spelling errors and other little things, but they're basically intact in most of what the book is. If the book is published this quarter, I will give you a link to it, but I'm not going to require it. Okay, so the assignments are all from that book, and they're in Canvas. Okay, and there's a whole lot of other information down here about the school and different services that you might want to explore. Let's go to the modules. So this is your home page, actually. So there's a video on setting up Postgres and PG admin. So the software that we're going to use is basically these two things: Postgres SQL and PG admin. I'll show you them here, right? Let's see, here's PG admin. The way it looks, we'll be using Climate Assist, Community Assist PG, and we'll be using Tech Certificate. I'm just going to show a quick, and we'll be using this query window for most of it. I'm going to select star, which means select everything from person. This is hooked to Community Assist. Put a semicolon there. I will click the little run arrow, and down here you'll see, actually let's move this over, you'll see all the people with their different fields for that table. All of our queries will be written here. And generally what I want you to turn in is just the script, the SQL. You don't have to turn in the answer, just the SQL. I'll show you maybe in a moment with a different assignment. I'll show you how I would think the best way to turn things in is. All right, so let's go back here. These are some setup videos, and you should probably look at those first. Again, setting up Postgres and PGM and getting the database, getting the Tech Certificate database. Both of them are basically scripts that are on GitHub. Notice how I click the little arrow there. You might have to do that. So this is the Community Assist script. Okay. It's basically a SQL script that sets up the database and all of the database data. You just have to run it, and then you have the database. If you totally screw things up, you will have the database. Okay, so that's that. This chapter 1 is preliminaries. And again, notice it doesn't show this, but if you click up here, it will go to chapter 1 PDF. And I would suggest reading this, even though it's not part of any assignment. So this is the chapter 1. Talks about Postgres, it talks about SQL, it talks about the databases that we're going to use, it talks about relational theory if you need a refresher on that, and talks about using PG admin. So this is a useful chapter. I do recommend that you read it. Okay. There are also videos. There's an overview. Select one for each of the chapters. I am missing 2 chapters from the videos for right now, and I will have those ready in as soon as I can. Within the next couple of weeks, I should have the last 2 chapters done. Down here, if you're really interested, so the coding that I do in the videos, I put it into a page, so you have the code available that I did in the video if you want to just copy and paste it and run it and look at it. Down here where we get the actual assignments, so these are the chapter videos, these are code from the videos, and then basically I've divided the chapters, the topics, up into different sections. So there are simple selects. This link here is the link, again, to the chapter. So this would be chapter 1, or chapter 2 rather. And then there's the actual assignment. So let's go down to the assignments. So this is the assignment for select queries. I wanted to show you. This is how I would suggest doing the assignments. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to PG admin. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to paste this. And then what I would do is I would comment each of these out. 2 dashes does the comment. There's usually 10 questions. Sometimes there's a couple more. Sometimes a couple less. There's 11 here. All right, and then I would do, these I'll use, actually, so let me copy all of this. Because we're going to be using the text certificate database. So I'm going to open a query tool. I'm going to have all the questions marked. And then underneath it here, I would do select star from certificate. Right? I would do the actual SQL. I would always run it just to make sure that you got what you expected. You can look at that, and that would be the first answer. I only need this. When you're done, you can just take this whole thing with all of its answers and upload it into Canvas as a text file or a document, however you want to do it. That's my suggestion. You don't have to do things that way. Okay, let's go back. So those are the assignments, the chapters, the discussion. Is there anything else that I need to mention? I think that's it. Every week I will do a weekly check-in, and those will be probably presented in announcements. and it will tell you what's coming up and what to look for in the coming assignments. I am not strict on due dates. If they come in a little bit off schedule, that's fine. I don't take any points off for late assignments. But don't get too far behind. I'm going to try to monitor that and make sure you don't get way lost by falling too far behind. Okay, so I think that's everything for this. I think I'll be looking forward to working with you all quarter. Again, remember you can contact me through discussions. I'll monitor those, email, or I will try to do weekly Zoom meetings, office hours as well. Okay, take care, and let's have a good quarter.